Hey YouTube, hi Planty friends, welcome back for another video and Happy New Year. It has been so long since I posted or even filmed a YouTube video for this channel. And I have been busy and I just didn't feel like making long videos, I guess. In light of the fact that we might lose TikTok, I'm going to make sure that I start posting here and on Instagram, just to make sure that I still have places to be no matter what. Throughout 2024, especially throughout the end, I got a couple of really cool plants, and while I can't show you guys everything that I've acquired since the last time I posted a YouTube video, I definitely want to go over a good few of my favorites that I got over the last year so that you guys can see some updates in what I've added to my collection. Also, just wanted to turn the camera around and show you guys this setup I am absolutely obsessed with. This is just like my desk in my room, and I just put some clip-on grow lights up here and added a bunch of my plants. And one of my really good friends gave me these little plushies when I moved as a little gift, and I threw them in here as well. I really love it. I think it looks really cute. It's so pretty. What do you guys think? So I feel like I have to start with this plant because this is one that I have been absolutely loving. This is a Dieffenbachia. This is the only Dieffenbachia that I have in my houseplant collection so far. I found this at Lowe's. I actually got a different plant and passed this one up, and then a matter of days later I went back to see if it was still there, and lo and behold it was. I thought this was a Dieffenbachia reflector because that's what people were telling me, but I'm thinking it's another variety called Dieffenbachia ocelot. Maybe someone in the comments can let me know what I have, but I don't think it's reflector. Upon looking at more people's pictures and videos of their reflectors, I'm pretty sure it's ocelot. Like I said, I only have one Dieffenbachia. I'm not super well versed in them, so I don't really have a clue, but she's really pretty, and I love the patterning on this. Look at how gorgeous. Up next, this is one of the few begonias that I currently have in my collection. This is the Begonia Miss Mummy. This is one of those cane-stemmed angel wing begonias that grows more upright, as opposed to the Rex begonias and the rhizomatous begonias that are more trailing, creeping along the surface of the soil. I find these to be much easier, and while I don't have a whole lot of deep interest in starting a begonia collection at the moment, honestly, I just don't. I really love them, but it's just not in the plans right now. I had to have this one when I saw this one. If you've been a follower on TikTok for a long time, you may remember I used to have a ginormous Begonia Miss Mummy, which was almost as big as me. And so I cannot wait. Oh, there's a little crispy end to it. A little seasoning. But I can't wait to grow this out and see how large I can get it. Hopefully as big as my old one. Alright, y'all know how I love my Tradescantia, also known as inch plants or spiderworts, and I was just waiting to find the perfect Tradescantia Mundula Lisa. A lot of people also call this one Tradescantia tricolor. You can see there's almost every single stem in here has variegation. I was looking for one that had little to no all green. Well, I guess there's a little one right here, but everything else is super variegated, and it's just so pretty. I just think of all the Tradescantia, they can be a little bit fussy, and the Lisa especially, it's a little bit finicky to grow. It can be a bit of a challenge, so I was waiting for one that really spoke to me, and this just has the most amazing patterning. Let me hold it closer so y'all can see. We've got green, this cream color, and then even some hot pink, which will get even brighter under my grow lights. We're gonna circle back around to begonias for a second. This is the other begonia that I God, this one was actually a birthday present, and I am obsessed with it. This is the Begonia amphioxus, if you don't recognize this plant. This is pretty popular as like a terrarium plant. I actually have one growing in like a humidity bin, just like a sterilite bin with plants in it and a grow light on top, so that it gets as much humidity as I can possibly provide for it. Although I was growing this in ambient humidity for a little bit, and it didn't seem to decline very much at all. This is growing very, very fast for me. This is another plant that I had some time ago, and I was really looking forward to one day getting another one. I love the shape of the leaves and the red edges and all of the little spots on them. And then if you look really closely, I don't know if you guys can really see it, but oh yeah, you can. Look at the edges on the brand new leaves as they just start to come in. Like, they just look so cool. So interesting looking. There's not another plant quite like it. These next two are my Monstera albo and Monstera aurea. Monstera deliciosa, of course. Honestly, I have had problems with every variegated Monstera that I have ever grown. I figured it out with the Thai constellation. Both of these are giving me their own unique set of issues. The albo really hasn't been too tough, other than it is proving to be quite a slow grower. I am very happy though, because this was the mother leaf, and look at how highly variegated and marbly both of the new leaves it's given me are. They're very juvenile, they're very small, so it's going to take some time to grow out, but that's okay. That's okay. Now the aurea, the yellow variegated, on the other hand, as you can see, I have half of a leaf and half of a leaf. That's because no matter what I do, no matter what conditions I put this plant in, the variegated parts of the leaves just love to melt away, and then they get mushy, then they get crispy. I've resorted to just kind of cutting and trimming away at it before it spreads to the whole leaf, but it's leaving me with quite an ugly plant. And then also to add to that, I had some root rot. I had to propagate it. I actually tried to propagate 3 pieces of it. 2 of them rotted as I was trying to propagate them, and those were like nodes that had candy striping on the literal axillary bud. So I thought I was gonna have 2 new beautiful aureas, but 'twas not to be. And this one is struggling, though it is rooting. It is not looking great. So I still am happy that I got these plants because they were on my wish list, but this one especially, it's like, why? It could be beautiful, but it's not. You're gonna have to, first of all, ignore how ghetto this trellis is. It's literally a wire. Anyways, I bent it because I needed something to fit in the bin that I'm keeping this Hoya in. This is my Hoya New Guinea Ghost, and I'm pretty sure I've talked about how I really wanted one on this channel before, so this is my second go around with one. The first time I got a New Guinea Ghost, it had dehydrated and gotten a little bit wrinkled in shipment, and it just never recovered. This one I got, and it looked amazing. I got it in person at a store a couple cities away, and it looked fantastic. I accidentally let the soil get too dry, and it's been pretty wrinkled ever since for, I don't know, maybe a week and a half. It's starting to plump back up really slowly, and I think putting it in high humidity is helping, but if I have to chop this up and try to salvage it, I will, because I'm not starting over again, and I really need this plant to, like, make it work. Like, it's a Hoya. It should be able to stand drying out, like, at least every once in a while, you know what I'm saying? But of course not. Oh well, though, I'm happy I have it, so. This one is a Philodendron brandianum, and I am putting it on a list of plants I'm happy I got for now, and I am going to see how long that lasts, because I've heard that these plants are finicky, they're hard to deal with, they are very hard to make happy. Maybe it's my fault because I tried growing it in my living room in just ambient humidity in a window when I have a humidifier in another room, but it either gave me these really tiny underdeveloped leaves, like here, like that little tiny thing right there, or it would just give me no leaves at all. Like they would start to come out and then they would just shrivel up and die. I put it in this bin that's next to me the other day, so hopefully it takes well to having like 90+% humidity, and I'll finally start to see some real growth. I think it's a beautiful plant. I mean, look at that. I just hope I can make it happy and that it doesn't hate me, because then I will start to hate it. Okay, so I really thought 2024 was going to be the year that I was just like, woohoo, let's go anthuriums. But instead, I caught the alocasia bug. I hate myself. I don't know why I do this to myself and pick things that I know are going to give me a hard time, but can you blame me? They're so pretty. Now keep in mind, the dragon scale over here had 5 leaves on it before, and we're down to 1. I just had to save it from root rot, give it fresh soil, all that stuff. It's also in a humidity bin right now because it wasn't very happy. And then my variegated Frydek also had multiple leaves on it, and we're down to this one and the new one that just came in, which I'm not sure what's going on with the edge here. I must have accidentally like snagged it on another plant, who knows. But we're gonna hope high humidity helps them make a good recovery, because I don't really know what else to do. I'm also probably going to switch them to like Leca or Pawn at some point soon. But for now, we're just gonna try high humidity, because that's the only other thing I can think to do. Oh, and then honorable mention, it's still kind of a propagation / cutting because it's still in a plug. But I got this as a gift, and it's one of my dream Hoyas, and I had to include it in this video. Do you see this? This little baby is the Hoya carnosa Argentea Princess. It looks a little bit like the Hoya carnosa, the regular intervariegated that a lot of people know of as the Crimson Princess, but this one's super silvery. It's got like this splashy overlay to it. Argentea Princess. So happy I was able to get this Hoya, and I'm so happy. Alrighty guys, so if you have any questions, comments, suggestions for new videos, let me know in the comments. As always, happy gardening. Also, let me know what are some plants that you guys got in 2024 that you guys were really excited about. Alright, bye guys, see you in the next video.